The night carried the tang of salt and the faint trace of costly cologne, mingling in the cool air as the yacht rocked on the dark waters of the marina. Golden strings of fairy lights draped across the vessel, their glow glittering against the shifting surface below. Inside, glasses chimed softly, voices mingled in easy laughter, and the atmosphere swelled with wealth and privilege. But none of it touched me. Up on the deck, my hands locked around the polished rail, knuckles white from the pressure. My chest rose and fell heavily, trying to contain the tempest raging inside me. Below, a cruel play unfolded, a scene that seared itself into my memory. Emily, my wife, stood at the heart of the gathering. Her emerald dress clung to her with elegance, shimmering under the lights, every movement drawing eyes. Her laughter, once my favorite melody, rang sharp now, each note slicing deeper. And there he was, tall, broad, brimming with confidence that oozed into every corner of the crowd. His grin magnetic, his presence commanding. His hand rested on the curve of Emily's back, subtle enough to appear harmless, yet intimate enough to make my stomach twist. It wasn't the party or his audacity that destroyed me. It was her eyes, sparkling with warmth and admiration for him. The very look she once saved only for me. I told her I'd be working late tonight. I muttered under my breath, the bitter irony curdling inside me. Yet here she was, lost in a world where I no longer belonged. The sounds of laughter below dulled, like I was submerged in water, as my mind replayed the weeks before. Her distant tone, the excuses, the late nights explained away by work. The evidence had been there, staring me down. But I, foolishly blind, had trusted too much. Now I couldn't deny what was right before me. Her hand entwined with his world. He raised a glass, his voice booming above the noise. "To new beginnings," he declared, his gaze fixed on Emily. Their glasses touched, and her smile bloomed wider as their eyes lingered. Too long, too certain. I turned away, the rail the only anchor holding me steady. Rage and sorrow tore through me, threatening to erupt. Part of me screamed to storm down, to rip away their charade in front of everyone. But not here, not before these predators who fed on scandal. I drew in the cold air, filling my lungs with resolve. This wasn't only betrayal. It was dismissal. A declaration that I no longer mattered. But they were wrong if they believed I'd simply fade. The city lights dimmed as the yacht drifted into open waters. Below, the party thrived, ignorant of the storm gathering above. I stared at the black horizon, each crashing wave echoing the fury in my chest. This wasn't an ending. It was a beginning. My hands trembled not with weakness, but with determination. Whatever followed, I would not be the man they underestimated. Later, suspicion gnawed at me again. Emily's purse, carelessly left open, revealed a glossy receipt sticking out. My fingers shook as I pulled it free. The elegant script froze my blood. A diamond necklace, purchased days ago from an exclusive jeweler. My chest constricted. She hadn't mentioned any necklace. Then I saw the buyer's name, James Carrington. Explanations swirled, each more absurd than the last. A business gift? A token for her hard work? No. A necklace was no trinket. It was intimate, personal. With a shudder, I slid the receipt back, but the weight of suspicion pressed harder. That night she returned, her smile soft, her conversation breezy, so convincing I almost believed her. "How was your day?" I asked, forcing calm into my voice. "Exhausting," she sighed. "James is really pushing us on this campaign. But once we land the deal, it'll be worth it." His name, so casually spoken, hit me like a strike to the chest. The days that followed were unbearable. That receipt haunted me. Doubt dug in, refusing to let go. And then her phone buzzed one night as she slept beside me. I glanced at the glowing screen. "Had a wonderful evening. You looked stunning in that dress." The sender, Jay. My breath stalled. My chest caved. Carefully, I set the phone back. The puzzle I dreaded was fitting together, each piece cutting deeper. A few nights later, her emerald dress swayed as she kissed me goodbye, claiming another late meeting. She left her tablet behind. Temptation gnawed until I opened it. Messages filled the screen, most harmless, until I found his. "James C." It began innocently enough. Compliments. Gratitude. But soon it was late-night dinners, whispered promises, An invitation to his yacht. It'll be a night to remember. My hands shook. This wasn't paranoia. This was truth. The next evening, I followed her. From the shadows, I watched her glide into his car, her hand brushing his arm. My chest hollowed. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was betrayal, raw and undeniable. But if they thought I'd remain silent, they didn't know me. The weekend after, I boarded Carrington's yacht myself, slipping in with a forged invitation. The same lights, the same laughter. Emily radiant and emerald by his side. His hand on her back, his grin smug. I cut through the chatter, my voice hard and sharp. Emily. The crowd froze. Her head snapped toward me, eyes wide. Her facade shattered in an instant. Did you think I wouldn't notice? My words carved through the silence. Or was I just a placeholder until he came along? She faltered, lips parting but empty of defense. Carrington stepped forward, arrogant as ever. You're making a scene. This isn't the place. Oh, I think this is exactly the place, I snapped. After all, you worked hard to keep your affair hidden. Shouldn't the truth be public too? Gasps rippled. Whispers swirled. Emily's face crumbled. Carrington tried to dismiss me, but I leaned closer, my voice low and lethal. Look around, James. Every person here now knows you for what you are. A man who preys on trust and destroys lives. And this is only the beginning. Emily reached for me, tears trembling. David, please. I recoiled, cold steel in my words. You're only sorry you were caught. Their silence sealed it. I turned and walked away, leaving their world in ruins. But that was only Act 1. At home, I built my arsenal. Years of accounting honed me to trace the truth in numbers. I dug into Carrington's empire, his filings, his accounts, his secrets. Offshore accounts. Faked invoices. Shell corporations. His empire wasn't clean. It was rotten. And Emily, her bank statements, her emails, her lies. Every discovery another wound, another weapon. The plan was precise. Evidence of her infidelity for the divorce. Exposure of Carrington's crimes to the press. A life stripped of the luxury she traded me for. The night of the city's grand gala arrived. Carrington basked in the spotlight, Emily glittering at his side. But as he raised his glass, my storm broke. At 9:15, journalists' inboxes flooded with damning proof of his corruption. The ballroom buzzed, whispers swelling. And then the doors burst open. Federal agents strode in. James Carrington, you are under arrest for fraud and embezzlement. The crowd gasped. Cameras flashed. Carrington's smile shattered. His eyes found me, rage, disbelief, fear. I stepped forward. Come. Unshaken. You should have never underestimated me. Emily stood pale, trembling, whispering. David, what have you done? I met her gaze, my voice a blade. You chose him. Now you'll share in his fall. Carrington left in cuffs. The empire collapsed within weeks. Bankruptcy. Ruin. And at sentencing, I watched from the back as the gavel sealed his fate. 15 years in prison. Yet revenge was not without cost. My daughter Grace, her voice small on the phone. Dad, they're talking about us at school. About you. Her pain cut deeper than anything Carrington had done. And Marcus, an employee, emailed me. His job gone, a casualty of the collapse I'd set in motion. Guilt gnawed, my triumph stained with consequences I hadn't foreseen. One night, Emily stood at my door, rain-soaked, broken. Her polished mask gone. I made a mistake, she whispered. James promised me the world, but it was a lie. We were real. I want to come home. Her tears didn't move me. This isn't your home anymore. The door closed behind her, final as the storm. But in the aftermath, through the wreckage, I found my anchor, Grace and Daniel. Their arms around me. Their voices reminding me I wasn't alone. That I hadn't lost everything. One morning, the sun rose over the pier, painting the sky gold. Grace leaned against me, Daniel munching a croissant at my side. For the first time, peace stirred within me. I didn't just lose a wife, I whispered. I found my strength. Grace lifted her head. We found ours too, Dad. Together. The horizon stretched endless before us, the promise of a new chapter waiting to be written.